What would you do if you felt completely alone and full of hate? What if the person who caused all that pain stood right in front of you? And what if, deep down, you saw yourself in them? Would you give in to hatred, or would you rise above it? Naruto's answer is why this moment is my favorite in Naruto Shippuden. But this isn't about pain or Jiraiya. It's about when Naruto confronts the darkness and himself. Welcome to Kansou Club. Today, we're diving into a moment from Naruto Shippuden episode 465 that changed Naruto forever, and just might change the way you see him too. First, here's some context to understand when this takes place. As part of the Kage's strategy to protect the 8 and 9 Tails Jinchuriki from Madara, Tsunade sends Naruto on a secret S-rank mission to a mysterious island. Naruto and crew arrive and meet Killer Bee and Motoi, who takes them to the Waterfall of Truth, a place where you confront your true self, whether you're ready or not. While Naruto meditates, a dark version of himself emerges. He fights an evenly matched battle with Dark Naruto, but something feels off. It's only after a story from Motoi and a realization about trust that Naruto decides to return. What happens next isn't just unexpected, it's transformative. Naruto goes back to face his dark self, and instead of fighting a heated battle like last time, he talks with him. Dark Naruto charges at Naruto, who has his arms open, not to try and restrain him, but to hug him. As the black fades away from Dark Naruto's eyes, he looks peaceful and fades away into the sky. Why in the world did that happen? To understand why, we have to take a look at what this moment really symbolizes. We begin with Motoi and Killer Bee. Motoi represents the hidden village's hate for Jinchuriki. Bee represents one way a Jinchuriki can live with and view this hate, not by suppressing it, but by transcending it. We learn from Motoi that he tried to assassinate Bee. Like many in the village, he hated how Bee could carry the 8 Tails, the very beast that took Motoi's father, and still act so carefree. But when Motoi confesses this to Bee, he doesn't get angry. He responds with warmth. Did that happen? What I remember is the times I spent with Motoi. We trained together like birds of a feather. We made mistakes, but it was no disaster. The two of us laughing, best friends forever. Bee only sees the love he has for Motoi and the love Motoi has for him. In fact, Motoi respects Bee so much that when Naruto spoke badly about him, he grabbed Naruto's collar and threatened to never forgive him. This was important for Naruto to see, and here's why. If Motoi, who symbolizes the village's hate for Jinchuriki, hated Bee but now considers him a hero, then the men who asked for Naruto's autograph and all Konohagakure could also consider Naruto a hero. And if Bee, who represents the Jinchuriki experience, could be proud to be a Jinchuriki and trust and respect Motoi, then Naruto could trust and respect the people who once hated him and whom he hated. Watching them convinced him he could accept the truth and still overcome the darkness. Now, let's talk about what Dark Naruto symbolizes. I'll explain some moments and symbols by using psychiatrist and PTSD specialist Bessel Kolk's The Body Keeps the Score. In The Body Keeps the Score, psychiatrist Bessel Kolk writes that when someone experiences trauma, parts of the self become polarized and go to war with one another. That's what Dark Naruto is. He's not just Naruto's anger and hatred. He's his pain, his loneliness, his exile. Knowing what he needed to do with the exile, Naruto enters the Waterfall of Truth again. He sees Dark Naruto, the symbol of the hurting self. Dark Naruto says that he knows Naruto better than anyone else, and when Naruto says that he should know what he decided to do, Dark Naruto looks scared. He pretends like he doesn't know, so Naruto does something to make his intentions obvious. Naruto makes an image of his autograph appear, suggesting that he let go of the disgust for the men who asked for it in Konoha. He trusted that Konohagakure truly changed. Dark Naruto was not having it. He throws a childlike temper tantrum and reminds Naruto of how they treated them. He then says that he is the only one who could ever understand him. Their experience was so hard and painful, and should be the basis for not trusting the villagers. He paints himself as a victim, and through this, Dark Naruto's true nature is revealed. The essence of Dark Naruto is not just hatred, it's also pain. He was created not just from the villagers' hate, but to shield Naruto from the sadness of being hated. We see this when he clutches his chest, the home of all his buried feelings, while saying it was so hard and painful. After this, Naruto says that he needs to believe in the him that the villagers see. He needs to see that he is a hero, and that the villagers see him as a hero. Dark Naruto falls to his knees in defeat. He begins sobbing, his voice trembling as he asks why Naruto would forgive the villagers after everything they put them through. To which Naruto replies that B helped him see that it's okay to have pride in yourself for being a Jinchuriki. It's also fine to be okay with seeing your pain. Dark Naruto asks if Naruto considers him to be a burden. Up until this point, Naruto considered him to be a fake, so it's a fair question to ask, but Naruto makes it clear that he brought him this far. After all, Dark Naruto himself told him during their first encounter that I'm the precious hatred inside of you. Precious because he was a source of Naruto's strength and guardian of his pain. Charging toward Naruto, Dark Naruto asks, "What am I supposed to do now?" Suggesting that he knows that his time is coming to an end. Instead of fighting the darkness though, Naruto embraces him, telling him that he can become him because he is him. In other words, I no longer see you as a separate part of me, split off because I am afraid of my pain. Naruto thanks him and lets him know that it's going to be alright. Naruto recognizes his inner world by, in Evander Kolk's words, communicating with his hurt part in ways that helped him trust that there was someone inside who can handle things. In response, the black fades from Dark Naruto's tear-filled eyes. He becomes submissive to Naruto's embrace and begins to close his eyes, as if he were a child falling asleep peacefully into a parent's arms. Having become visually like Naruto, the once dark Naruto gently fades away into the sky. He served his purpose. Naruto did not need to bury him deep in his heart anymore. He set him free. This moment represented integration. Naruto re-established ownership of his body and mind. This meant that Naruto could know what he knew and feel his feelings without becoming overwhelmed, enraged, ashamed, or collapsed. Now, there's no more division between Dark Naruto and Naruto. Dark Naruto didn't vanish because he was defeated, he vanished because he was finally seen. All who remains is Naruto, hero of Konohagakure and the #1 Hokage candidate. Let's talk about 3 reasons why this moment is important for Naruto. First, this moment addresses Naruto's trauma. This was a key theme since the beginning of the series. His trauma made him do anything to get the villagers' attention, even defacing the Hokage monuments. Children who act out their pain rather than locking it down are often diagnosed with oppositional defiant behavior, or conduct disorder. But these labels ignore the fact that the rage and withdrawal are attempts at survival. Despite this, the villagers punished him without giving him the love he searched for. Trying to control Naruto made things worse, because no one addressed the underlying issue. This created Dark Naruto, who led a relatively autonomous existence. For some time, Naruto could function because he received Iruka Sensei's and Team 7's acknowledgement. This addressed his loneliness, but it never addressed his lingering pain and hatred of Konoha. That's why Kyobi could easily control him. The Nine-Tails' will is a massive hatred that binds itself tightly to chakra. No matter how hard you try to shield yourself, it will find some hatred that you have buried deep inside and try to take you over. But with Dark Naruto integrated, Naruto's trauma is healed, and his hatred is erased. This points to the second reason why this moment is important. It made Naruto develop emotionally as a character. Like I said earlier, He chased the villagers' acknowledgement. Though he received it when he defeated pain, he ignored his pain. Doing that blocked him from receiving the most important acknowledgement, his own. When he acknowledged his hate and pain, Naruto stopped keeping a survival mechanism as a secret from himself. He saw himself for the first time and was unashamed. This opened him to being proud of being a Jinchuriki. He saw that Jinchuriki were not evil burdens. They were heroes. Heroes who took the hidden village's hate and kept them safe from the Biju's rampages. They protected people from losing more loved ones, just like B. Naruto, then, didn't come into this world a nuisance. He was literally born a hero, and Dark Naruto wasn't a nuisance either. He made Naruto a strong shinobi worthy of respect. But Naruto didn't need to hate the villagers and hide his pain anymore. He knows why Dark Naruto was there. But unlike when they were kids, everything's okay now. And it's because this moment made everything okay that the third reason for why it's important is seen. This moment progressed the story. With Dark Naruto integrated, Naruto could face the Nine Tails. Skipping the Waterfall of Truth would mean that Kyobi could control Naruto and be released. That's why he was confused when he couldn't sense his favorite Naruto anymore. His most effective weapon against Naruto was gone. Naruto could fight with full control now, causing him to encounter someone unpredictable. His mom. Integrating Dark Naruto let Naruto receive his mom's love. It also solved every mystery in the story surrounding his parents' life and death. With love for himself and his parents in his heart, Naruto defeated Kurama and promised Kyobi that he'd take his hate. There was plenty of room for it now. His own disappeared. Naruto also began moving with new confidence. He felt like there was nothing he couldn't do, even moving past his biggest obstacle on his way to the Fourth Ninja War, the Raikage. No longer darkened by hatred and pain, he became the leader that could endure the painful path to Hokage, walking in front of others when their way was unsure. He became the light that illuminated Sasuke's darkness, saving him from solitude, like he saved himself from his own solitude. Naruto needed to revisit his hate for the villagers, and his need for their acknowledgement that protected his hurting self from being integrated. He needed to accept them for what they were, defensive mechanisms. He didn't bury his pain. He gave it a name, face, and a hug, and that made all the difference. That's why this moment will always matter. Naruto teaches us that it's when we overcome the darkest part of ourselves, by accepting our past and moving forward, that our inner light can shine the brightest and light the way for others. Whenever we experience pain or make a mistake, we're so hard on ourselves and call the hurting part of ourselves a false reality. But when we acknowledge our pain and accept our past, we don't just heal, we grow. In a world that teaches us to fight our pain, Naruto shows us what happens when we choose to understand it instead. If this moment spoke to you, leave a comment with your favorite Naruto moment, or a moment that changed how you saw him. And if you like anime breakdowns, reviews, and analysis, join the club by hitting the subscribe button. As always, thanks for watching Kansou Club, your anime home away from home. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.